What's up, Hot Wheels Hunters? Let's take a look at what I got last week. Pretty good week overall. Just kind of not a lot of bulk, but was able to get through a bunch of different things and drive around. So let's take a look at some of these bags I've got and what we found so far. Some of the new Fast and the Furious set with the Maxima and Tegra were popping up at different stores. So I did kind of go far and wide this week. It's, like 50, 60 miles just running around. And while not finding those, I was able to find a bunch of H-case were releasing. So I picked up a couple more of these tuned chargers. Hopefully I can find more of the tuned Supras. Cool Combi came in that same H-case, so grab a couple of those. Trying to limit to just, good J-hooks here and, bends and whatever in there, but, some of these have these bummed up corners, but that's okay. The H-case Glory Chaser is the super for this one. It's the blue Golf little kind of two-seater hot rod. So with that, there's a treasure hunt with this as well. The Ducati 1199 1199 Pinnacle. So that's pretty cool. A couple of these. I like this one a lot because it stands up on its own wheel on the back. It's a thick wheel in the back. And it's got like a mono strut or swing arm there. So it's kind of cool that it only sits on like a pin instead of another sway bar in the end there. So that's kind of cool. Treasure hunt logo on there. Good buddy of mine, he's got a few of these from over the years, but kind of neat to give him one of those. But so yeah, a couple, take a trip down to a store and don't really find what you're looking for, so you grab what's there instead and you kind of settle. So I did settle a little bit on a bunch of these. Another store, Target's had more of these H-case. So no Glory Chaser. I do have a Super Glory Chaser already, which is kind of neat. I found it when the Zamac cases were releasing at Walmart, digging through a bin. But another Pinnacle treasure hunt, another Charger. It's funny because you go through, I didn't realize I've had grabbed this many, but after seeing the new Supra, kind of wanted to make sure I had a few extra ones. So, and while I was out, I found this guy. This must be a new release, the 2023 Nissan Z moving parts. Door opens up, kind of like that. That's really cool. So I picked up one of those. Again, drove really far for that. And then when I was at, there's another Matchbox. This is the Mercedes-Benz 220 SE sedan, the Matchbox Red series, the red card, red car, all that. So kind of cool. This is a really decent card. Pretty excited about that. While I was out, I had found a X-Men series of these. I've seen them before, but never a full set yet. So Sir Ominous is the car name. This is the Magneto car, 505. Covalite is this car's name. Professor X. Very excited because these cards I found were perfect. Sandblaster. Wolverine truck, pretty cool. Miss T Suzuka. Jean Grey car. I like that windshield is red. That's number 2 in the series. And then number 1, I've seen this before, but I could never find it. It's the 57 Chevy. This is the only one that's got a actual car as a part of the set. This one's hard to find. Everyone grabs these because the rest of them are just fantasy cars. And I was able to get a couple of them, so that was pretty neat. So I got a full set and an extra Chevy. But yeah, that's the Cyclops. So it's kind of neat to get this whole set finally find it. I've been not really searching for it, but I've come across it a couple times, and these are all really nice cards too. So it was nice to get, pretty cool to get a full set and have it be in decent shape too. So that's awesome. And then running around that same day, far and wide, you saw maybe saw my short, but sometimes you got to go far, and sometimes it pays off. But here are the cars I got. Rolling through a far distant, Walmart. I got another Nissan earlier in the week, so I picked one of these up for a buddy as well. I'm assuming those are going to be kind of hot here, so I figured I'd pick a couple of those up. But then, going through a dump bin, E-case dump bin, found some Skyline Godzillas. These are pretty awesome. I like these. These are the first Skylines that I found starting to collect in the beginning part of the year, so I kind of like these. I know there's only a couple in each set. Lots of detail on them on the back and the front. The Godzilla print is pretty cool. So I was pretty happy to get a couple of those. Really good cards as well. And then I found a couple zamac. The Matt and Debbie Hayes 1988 Pro Street Thunderbird. So pretty decent cards. I mean, I was going through a dump bin that looked like it had already been picked through, and I found one of these kind of off to the side of it, one of them in the bin. So pretty neat to get couple of these. I haven't found those yet, so that was nice. And then if you haven't seen the pink slips, the Jada 164 pink slips set, but it's kind of what it looks like. A lot of different cars in the back here. I've already picked up the no, I haven't picked up anything yet. They had Porsche, Lamborghini, Mercedes, Challenger, Hellcat, Nissan GTR. Haven't seen the Nissan GTR yet. If I find that, I might pick it up. But I always see the Wranglers, the Benz at the at Targets on the pegs. I do kind of like that Audi Spider, but this is the first one I think I've picked up of this set in the 164 scale. So the Porsche 911 GT3 RS. Pretty neat. Kind of like that these are kind of like a moving parts with the doors that open up. Like those red rims. They are not pink, they are red. But yeah, that's kind of cool. I like that one. Kind of nice to run into that. And then I had found, previous video you've seen, I've got all the neon speeders except for the Civic. I happened to find one shipper that had kind of already been picked through, but I went to the bottom and in the back of all the cars, and there we go. I've got my complete set 99 Honda Civic Type R EK9, so that's pretty cool. All the Honda guys like to pick these up, and I've been missing it, so I'm pretty excited to see this thing. But I've got a full set of this now. I'm very excited. So a lot of cool different cars. Went out later, I think in the week, probably a day or two after all this, and kind of found the Muscle Machines. This is the Buick Grand National GNX. Pretty cool. If you don't collect muscle machines, I have a little base on there, a little display to hide them. To show them. There is a chase on these, and that chase now is like a black matte finish. They used to have a decal up top here that tells you it's a chase, kind of like M2 used to do, but these ones do not have that anymore. Instead, that back fender there, you can see there's an MM on the behind the wheel. So that's a chase. They are a little spendy with the case. I think they're like $9.99, but you know, this on eBay selling for $25, so it's got some value. It's pretty neat. I was pretty excited to find this. I had found this guy above the shelf on top of the racking at Walmart. So if you're looking around, make sure you check above and below, and sometimes people try to hide these things, or I have no idea why they go up. Maybe they just get put up because there's too many of them, but that's pretty cool. This is my first chase I've found in the wild, but he's given me one before, but first one I've found, so that's pretty cool. So a couple of those, they do stand up, which is kind of nice. You can kind of set them aside like that. And then last night, to kind of end off my week, I did do a little bit of hunting today this morning, but didn't find a whole lot. Found some more of those H-case things, that moving parts, but last night was pretty sweet. I went to my Walmart nearby me, and there was a pallet out. It was about 10:30 at night, and they put a pallet out. And on the bottom of the pallet, they had a 3-case dump bin out. So I, kind of sneakily went through there. I didn't get a chance to talk to anybody and see if it was okay if I looked through that. So it was getting later in the night and nobody was around. I did dig it out, open it up, and it was a D case. So that was kind of neat. D case. The drop bins have 3 cases in it, 2 cases in a box, 1 loose, and then a new blue bin. So I got to dig through that a little bit, and I had found a couple duds. The super for this one is a Lotus, I don't even know how to say it, Avija, and then the treasure hunt is the Mad Props, the plane. So I had found a few planes, which is kind of neat. This one, I didn't open this. This one, the glue had not stuck very well. So yeah, there's the treasure hunt that's open. Treasure hunt logo on the wings here. Treasure hunt on the card. Pretty cool there. So I did find a couple of those. And then while I was running through, it's a pretty decent card. Nice and clean J-hook and all that stuff. 2 super duds, I call them. It's just the main line of the super. And then last case I pulled out, opened up, and I had found my first D-case Lotus super treasure hunt. So that's pretty cool. There's the logo on the bottom there. Pretty fun. So I had picked this up. I was driving around my wife's Jeep, and I, for some reason, thought this week, I think by Friday this week, so it's Sunday now, I should maybe put a case protector in my car just in case I found something today or this week. I thought I was going to get pretty lucky. I was waiting for that refresh on a few different things, and ended up driving my wife's Jeep to the store yesterday. So instead of having my car with the protector in it, I found this and had it in the wrong car, and ended up finding a super treasure hunt that needed a protector. So that was kind of funny. But does anybody else, it seems pretentious to be running around with a protector in your car, but anybody else drive around with a protector just in case they find something cool? Anyway, cool looking car. Treasure hunt logo on the car is right there on the back, right before the wing, on the black, on the window here. So pretty neat. Pretty cool color. A lot of complaints from the community on the fact that this and the basic mainline are super similar in color, but I like this. This is a cool color car. One second, I'll go show you what else has got that same color. I really like it because it's got that cherry red. Something else that has that same color on it, so pretty cool. Not quite the same color as the Audi, but those reds are pretty cool. So anyway, yeah, good week overall. 2 treasure hunts, completed a couple sets, some moving parts at Chase Mystery Machines, and then my next super treasure hunt. This is the car that I came in on, the case that I came in on hunting for the first time this earlier this year. So pretty neat to look for this one a lot and then finally find it in a case later in the year. So pretty neat. But anyway, take it easy, guys. We'll see you in the next video.